Hello, hello. Today we are doing an update on my M1 Finance portfolio. Now, this has been quite some time since we've been on here doing a update for this portfolio in particular, as I do have multiple accounts with different brokerages. This one is with M1 Finance, and let's kind of break some stuff down here. You can see our current total right now is sitting at $323,368. Now, one thing I do want to mention before we go on with this whole portfolio here, the last update I did, which was about a year and a half ago, give or take, was about 425,000. So the big discrepancy there is I did separate from a partner, and so we did make sure that we got some of those holdings sold off, so that way we can send them that portion of it, as well as I actually just took out a little bit of a loan from the M1 Borrow actually to kind of finish the rest of it off, so I didn't have to sell as much. So that's kind of a nice thing there. So that way we can keep our investments here. So let me go ahead. Oops, I'm like all over the board here. So a lot's changed on the actual M1 Finance page, but as far as my account, not crazy amounts have changed outside of the dollar amount. But I do want to showcase a little bit of the performance. So we're currently here, toggled on for the day. I don't know why this left side keeps coming back up here. So let's close that off. So for the day, we're up about 4,600, which is 1.46%. Let's clean this up. If we go to the week, we're up about also 4,200, which is 1.34%. Let's go to the month here. For the month, we're actually up about 17,000, which is 5.56%. And then if we go to the 3-month time period here, you could see we're actually up $13,600. Of course, I am going to also show you what I am invested in on this portfolio, so no worries there. I'm going to move this over here to the side now. And some of the holdings that are doing well and some that are maybe not doing as well. So if we go to the year to date here for 2026, we're actually down 22,000, which is about 6.39%. And I'll show you the culprit that is having that largest drop over here for us. Now let's go to the 1 year marker here. And you can see we're actually still up 50,000, and that's going to be about 17.64%. And then if we go to our all time here, this is going to be quite a bit here. You're going to see it's going to be $264,700, which is about 440%. I always like to show this. We started off this portfolio with $100. We were investing, I believe it was like $10 a week. Then we bumped it up to 20, then 30, then 40 a week until we started to feel really comfortable with our investment. So if you're just getting started, get started with $100 in your portfolio and then do 5, 10, 20 a week, whatever is comfortable for you. If you want to use our referral links, that helps us out as well. Check those out in the show notes down below or the QR code here, whether it's for M1 Finance or any of the other brokerages. What I love too is from my main channel, I'll also link up tutorials for you. So you're not just going to have a link to sign up. You're going to also get teachings on how to set up your account properly. All right, so let us go and see the different holdings we have in this account. Now, like I mentioned too, we can see our margin right over here is being used up a little bit. So this is how much margin we have left over. So like I mentioned, we did pull out some on our account so that way we can pay the portion for our separation here. And we're going to be paying that back pretty quickly over the next couple of months / year or two, while still starting to reinvest in the portfolio since about like 2024 or so, like maybe halfway through 2024, maybe the latter half of it, I kind of slowed down on investing just as a whole. I had some other goals that we were trying to focus on and trying to pivot towards. So just something to keep in mind here for us. So we're still on our all tab here for all time. One thing I do want to showcase as well is that we have earned a total of $8,216 in dividends. Now, most of that has been reinvested back into the portfolio, except for probably like the last year. I've also been keeping a little bit more cash on hand, partially to pay for the loan balance as well, just so I don't have to like pull money from my main accounts. And then right over here, you can see our total market gains like we talked about earlier as well. So we have 7 holdings, as you can see down here at the very bottom. So let's go ahead and look at all of those. All right, so here we are about to show you the different holdings we have. Like I mentioned earlier, we have 7 holdings in this portfolio. So we're going to break them down from the smallest holding to the largest one. We're going to showcase how many shares we have, the average price that we paid, as well as the total value over here on the right-hand side of it. Now, one other thing I want to mention is if you do like following this portfolio updates, make sure you follow along to the overall channel, as I have several different portfolios that I actually like to showcase and update with, whether it's this one, my retirement, a Cash App one, as well as other additional portfolios. So you can kind of just see how some of these different accounts work and investing for a consistent basis. All right, so with all that mumbo jumbo, let's see here. At the very bottom, we have our Vanguard. This is an ETF. This is the only ETF we have in here. The rest are going to be all single stocks. So right over here, you can see we have a total of 74.362 shares. This is because more recently they did do a stock split, essentially, or I guess ETF split, if you want to call it that, where we end up obviously having a lot more now overall. But you could see here, so our average dollar price is $56.36. Right over here, our cost basis was about almost $4,200. Don't worry about the maintenance there. So the unrealized gains right now, obviously if we sold today, would be nearly $2,000, which is up 47.05. And then you could see the total value here is, of course, now pretty much $6,000, almost $200. All right, so next up here is going to be with Microsoft. Now, some of these, by the way, we did end up selling some of these holdings in some portion when we were going through the separation process. So just keep that in mind. These numbers might not be the same as before because of that process. So we have a total of about 40 shares. Right over here, you can see our average is $254.23. So our cost basis was $10,200. Our unrealized gains was about $5,200. And right over here, you can see, so that gives us a total of $15,443. All right, so next up here is going to be with Capital One Finance. Now, we actually had Discover on this portfolio for a long time, and then Capital One bought out Discover. So essentially our shares converted over. I did decide to hold on to Capital One. So you could see here we have about 101 shares. And if you watched before, the numbers don't match because I ended up selling some of this as well too. So our average price over here is $81.42 with a total cost basis of $8,226. We have a total gain of $12,500 on this one. You can see that puts us at $20,741. All right, so next up here is going to be with Amazon. And we have a total of 100 shares and 100.3711. Our average price right over here is $103.65. Our cost basis here is going to be $10,403. We have an unrealized gain of $14,437, putting our total value at $24,840. All right, so next up on this list is going to be with Meta. Meta we've held on for quite some time now. We have 61.34 shares with an average price of $155.26. Our cost basis was $9,500. Unrealized gains, this is a crazy one, $31,000, which puts us at $40,500. And then next up here, this is our second highest. We have SoFi. Now with SoFi, we have quite a few shares on this one. We have $4,400. I did mention earlier that in the last year, we had a little bit of a downturn as far as overall return. And SoFi was actually the reason for that, not because I was buying at the higher price point, but just because it had gone down from a high point. So just something to keep in mind as we're going through this. This is my average price here is going to be $6.87. So my total cost basis is $30,200. I actually ended up selling off when it did hit kind of its high point. So this is kind of all just house money at this point. And we had a total gain of $51,387, which our total value now is sitting at $81,625. So here's our last company over here. This is the top one. If you maybe can guess what it is, I've held on to them for quite some time, and I obviously work on the platform itself. And this is going to be with Google. And right over here with Google, we have 375 shares. We're averaging about $130.45 for the price. And then our current cost basis is $48,900. Our total gain here is $85,000, which puts our total value for this holding at $134,000. Now, one thing I do want to mention is you might see the unrealized gain here be a different number than the number we saw earlier, because the other number actually included anything we've sold in the past that actually was a gain or even a potential loss. This is just the current unrealized. So if I sold everything right now, I would have gained unrealized gains of $200,000. But keeping in mind that also, all the previous gains that we've had before. So our total cost basis is $121,700. Our current value, like we talked about at the beginning, is $323,368. Let me know in the comments down below, how are you doing with your portfolios? Are you doing well? Are you slowing down on your investments, or have you been ramping up over the last couple of weeks or months? Let me hear from you down below, and hopefully this encourages you to keep on investing with your money, even if it's small dollar amounts at a time. Now, I did mention earlier, I do have additional portfolios such as my retirement or my HSA investments. So check out our next video right over here on screen to keep on watching.